Oh man, it's been a good day. I'll leave work in about 20-30 minutes. I have time to make a video. Or why not? Why not make a video and stop consuming videos? Consuming myself. Going back and forth with myself. So why don't I just make a video? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing well. I just finished my shift. I finally get to take a little break. I normally just work 8 hours, but I might take a 5-minute break here and a 5-minute break there, And that's the thing I'm learning is that we never stop working. I gotta go home and still work. And that's the beauty of life, is learning about you, yourself, your ethics, your responsibilities, what you need to mature in. We could use all these fancy words, spirituality and growth and all this stuff, but it's just maturing, really seeing the shit, not only in yourself, but the world. And there's no escape from it because there's more shit in you than the world. The reality is that the older I get, the more I'm learning that you pick and choose the shit you want to deal with, because there's a lot of it. I was manipulating and bullshitting myself by saying be positive and be all this and be all this and be all blah 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 blah. But the actual fact is that I read this in the book and I'm starting to see it in myself. The more I'm looking for positivity, the more negativity there is. The more negative stuff I look at, the more positivity there is. And that's a beautiful realization, even at work. That's why I get mad and angry at times, because I'm looking at things so positive, but I need to look at things more negative to see the positive in it. The more you chase positivity, the more you will see the negative. So you pick and choose. You could walk around this world as fairies and rainbows and butterflies, but that's a bunch of BS. That's a bunch of bullshit, because that's not the world. Yeah, I've created that world for myself to thank God that I'm still here. I've survived the shit that I've survived. Now there's more shit to survive. There's more shit to pick and choose from. And that's the reality of this planet that we're on, Earth. And I mean shit as you get a job, you gotta deal with shit, and the people are the shit. People not doing their job, that's the shit you gotta deal with. So you either do their job for you or just say, fuck it, I'm not dealing with that shit. You deal with the shit you need to deal with. I need to do my own job, which is my shit. And that's the beauty of life. Is be able to see the shit you gotta deal with. I work out, the shit I gotta deal with is pain in my body, soreness in my body. That's the shit I wanna deal with. I go for walks up hills. The shit I gotta deal with walking up the hill is breathing hard and sweating. Having a dog, that's the shit I wanna deal with. Training him, he's barking. He doesn't listen sometimes. That's the shit I choose to deal with. I live with my family. The shit I gotta deal with is cleaning the house more, taking the garbage out. That's part of being of a home. So even buying a home, you gotta deal with shit. There's never an endless amount of shit you gotta deal with in life. I have a car, it breaks down. That's another shit I gotta deal with. And that's the reality of the reality. Is the less shit you wanna deal with, the more shit comes. I'm thankful the book that I'm listening to, I've been listening to it religiously, and it all makes sense to me, you know? You wake up, you gotta deal with shit. You gotta deal with not wanting to wake up. You have to deal with waking up. That's the shit you deal with. And I think we've been fed, like, consciousness and enlightenment and all that shit is that everything's butterflies and rainbows, and it's not. It's the shit you gotta deal with and you choose to deal with. And that's the rant of the night. You pick and choose. You have kids, you gotta deal with your kid shit you gotta deal with, right? That's more shit you gotta deal with. I choose to wake up early, so I gotta deal with not getting enough sleep. That's the shit I gotta deal with. It's the choices you make, the shit you gotta deal with. As you mature, as you get older, you must mature. You must learn to suffer and be thankful that you're suffering. You must be able to love the pain you have, because other people have pain too, not just you. You're not the only one with pain. You're not the only one with anxieties. You're not the only ones with depressions. You're not the only one with sadnesses. You're not the only one with fucking loss. And that's what I'm learning in my life. And this is not some tough guy rant. This is just a freedom of expression, and for me expressing myself that you're not the only one in this world. I know people that dealt with loss, that have depression, anxiety, and all this bullshit. You gotta go back to the old school ways, man, and just suck it up and fucking live your life. Deal with it, move on with your life. Don't get too caught up in your emotions and your feelings, because Feelings never got you nowhere, and emotions will never get you anywhere in this life. Stop chasing happiness, because the more you chase it, the more it runs from you. Just be happy and grateful in your suffering, in your pain, in your fucking anxieties, in your mental illnesses, and all this bullshit that people rant about. It's all false, it's all fake. You've created it yourself. So you created the reality you wanted. Nobody else did. You just gave it a title. Because a lot of people have the same shit that you have. They just learn to be more conscious of it and aware of it, and just they learn to deal with it, not let it take over them. Life is a process. Life is patient. Life is the moment. Life is present. Life is suffering. Life is pain. So stop trying to run away from life and sit with life, be with life. Because the only person that you're going to hurt is yourself. By chasing things, by always going towards the positive when there's always a negative right around the corner. There's always, you're running from no suffering, but guess what's right around the corner? Suffering. It's always both. There's not just always one of the pendulum. There's always both. You flip a coin, there's always a heads and tail. Bottle, water, there's always both. So get used to it. Suck it up. Move on with your life. Get better about yourself, not bitter about yourself. Always look for more pain. Always look for more suffering. Because there's always going to be that in our existence of life. So as I sit here in this room in silence, I'm just going to observe it, be with it, enjoy it, and move on with my night. I get lazy too, I get tired too, like the rest of everybody. But fuck it. There's only one of me. There's only one Kenny Simmons in this world that was born on the day that I was born. That was given the genetics that were given, the genetics. There's only one of me, there's only one of you. So how do you deal with your pain? How do you deal with your suffering? I go towards it, I live with it, and I enjoy it. Instead of doing drugs or something, I just deal with it, man. Because it's always going to be there. Everything that you're living now will always be there. And that's the reality check for myself. The complaints will always be there. The bitching will always be there. The comparing will always be there. The not enough will always be there. Fuck it, I have enough. I'm grateful for what I have, and I just move on with my life. This is enough of me ranting. Have a good night. I will see you guys next time. Deuces.